All right. We're live. Morning, people that are joining, even though there's only like one or two. Morning. Morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Market opens here in a minute. 1 minute. We did have core PCE price index this morning at 8:30. We have consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. Consumer sentiment is medium impact, although we've had some consumer sentiments lately that do they do quite a bit of damage. So I'd be pretty careful with that. We're above the 50% of the overnight range right now. The overnight range is actually just from pretty much 8 o'clock this morning when we sold off a ton. Good morning, Tom. How you doing this morning? Haven't seen you in a little while. Market's now open. We have some hourly highs at 421 and hourly lows all the way down at 226. So big sell-off this morning. We've recovered that a good amount, but still a big sell-off. Been well? Great. Love to hear it. Hopefully we can end the week on a good note today. It's been an interesting week. Some good, some slow, some bad, you know. All right, so the bots can start trading here in 30 seconds. Again, hasn't been the best week, hasn't been the worst week though. So, all good. Let me zoom in here so we can actually see what's going on. Just had green diamond pattern 2, but it was a smidge too early. Otherwise, I think I would have taken that. Green diamond pattern 2. So it happened 5 seconds before our trade time. So the bottom 32 range has no RSIs, and the 1 minute has no RSIs. This 30-second does, and the 32 range up here does. Market been, yeah, it's been not the best in my personal opinion the last month. All right, we're in a regular 32 range long. This red diamond here prevented us from getting into it here, but we are in it down here. I'll move it so we can see here. So diamonds here, RSI helping prevent a potential loss here from the looks of it. Got close to that stop loss there. 322 is the stop loss, which is actually right at the 50% level. So and are we stopping out on this trade? Ooh, it's bouncing kind of near that 50%. I'm gonna move it back here for a second. Yeah, 50%'s at 324 pretty much. Let's do a poll here for market direction. All right, up, down, or flat today. So the daily open was at 370, but I mean, we can just go from the market open. You know, where do you think it's going from the market open today? Which is at 380. Oh, we are in a 1 minute. That 32 range did end up losing. And we're in a 1 minute long right now. 4 micros have about a 30-point stop, 40-point stop. All right, there's 11 of you in here. Only 2 of you voted on that poll. I know there's more of you in here. All right. All you gotta do is click a button. One minute long is not looking too bad right now. It's not my favorite, but slow open so far. We are still not 1 minute trade. We do have news at 10. Only 9 people in here this morning. Very slow morning all around. I'm going to start live streaming our new algorithm next week, so feel free to tune in for that. One minute first target is 362. Second target's 407. I think we're calling it the trend bender is our plan for now. I haven't made a video on it yet. I haven't really put out any information on it yet. But yeah, that's all I got for that for now. Gonna start live streaming that next week. We may even like start a waitlist for it next week. It'll be cheaper than SBS because I don't necessarily want people to have to choose between SBS and another algo or whatever. I would like for people to be able to play with multiple. So figuring that out a little bit, but it made about 17,000 17,000 on the June contract. with 600 risk per trade. So we are in pattern 2 short on the both 32 ranges right now. So this is our first trade of the day on the diamond RSI 32 range, second trade of the day on the regular 32 range. So we're already down one trade on the regular 32. So we did avoid that first trade loss, which is good. That's why we use the RSI, right? To help hopefully avoid some losses. Any lifetime on the Trendbender? Yeah, we can do a lifetime license. Yeah, it'll be cheaper because it's going to be cheaper than SBS already. So yeah, I'll always offer lifetime licenses if people want them, for sure. So Tom, I forget, are you on the wait list for Botfolio at all? Not yet. Have you, I feel like someone named, have you talked to me about it at all? I think I might, maybe I'm getting people confused. Most people pretty even across the board with market direction. So if you haven't voted on that, take a vote. Got pretty close to that first TP there. We did just sweep data low on NQ. Data low is from 8:30 candle. We're all the way back up to first, or our entry point. We did hit 86 there, so we got 7 points away from our first TP. Now we're picking up speed to the upside. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of Toms in our group, and I think I get them mixed up. See, we got pretty close to that first TP, and then just ended up rocketing up. Now it looks like we're gonna end up losing this trade, but still, it was a good trade to take. So yeah, I know who people are on the YouTube live stream. When we get into the Discord and stuff, and there's like a bunch of Toms, that's when it gets a little tricky, you know. I'd like to see us hit this 379 for that first TP. Tom B, yeah, I gotcha. You've been trading a ton recently, Tom? I feel like I haven't seen you too often in here, or in the Discord even lately. We're hovering right around our entry. The ideal scenario is we hit 379 for first TP here, and then 1 minute ends up winning and we go back up. That'd be ideal, but still in these trades, everybody. Over the last week, been in bed with the flu. Oh, that sucks, man. Hopefully you're feeling better by now. Great now? Good. Good. All right, we are gonna win. Boom. First TP hit there on the 32 pattern 2. Now again, best case scenario from here is we just pump right back up, stop out, and then we win the 1 minute. But otherwise, I'd prefer us to just dump down to full TP here, and we would call that a day on the 32 range if we could hit full TP. We're trailing about 20 points or so. 20 points of profit. So good trade though. Good trade. We should stop out there on the 1 minute. 32 range is pushing. Ooh, we got 9 points. Push. Up 50 points. Don't come back now, man. Just sweep 251, man. Go ahead. Sweep 251. You're right there. Yeah. Well, oh, we got 1 tick away. What? Don't do that. Don't do that, man. That's just not very cool. 1 tick. 1 tick, dude. We hit 51.50. Okay, there we go. All right, we're done. Back-to-back days, 1 and done on 32 range. Full TP. I mean, can't fake that, right? Caught on live stream. Let me take a picture of that, boys and girls. So that's great. 32 ranges are turned off. Plus 621.50. Just posted that in the Discord. That was a great trade. Beautiful, one and done. That's the difference, right? On the non-RSI, we're up 227. So I guess we can still have this one on. But on the RSI, we are done for the day. Just one and done, nice clean, right? You mentioned it can only be used on a cash count. No, because it uses TradeStation, and there's no prop firm out there that allows TradeStation, so there's no prop firms on that. So yeah, built for live accounts. So I'm sure I'll make something in the future that is similar to Botfolio in some degree. That's built more for prop firms, but yeah. Thought for all the others that may not have. I mean, you don't need necessarily a 50,000. You could use part of the portfolio with 25,000 if you wanted to. I think it's probably better to do the whole thing. but like you don't have to, right? We have kind of a more scalpy section of the portfolio, and a more non-scalpy section that's more just ES, crude oil, gold focused, and that's actually up quite a bit more than the scalpy section of the portfolio this year so far. So I always tell people though, I wouldn't think of it as like take 50,000 out of your savings account. Like, I don't expect people to do that. It's more of like, how can you reroute your current investments? You know, like if you have 100,000 invested in long-term stocks, maybe you sell out of some of those and you take 25 or 50,000 of that and put it in Botfolio, kind of thing. Again, it's your money. I mean, I can't tell you what to do with it, but well, yeah, minimum required funds, I really would recommend 50,000 if you're running the whole portfolio, which I would always recommend running the whole portfolio personally. But you don't need to, right? I mean, you can use it however you want. I'm providing the portfolio. If you want to only run select bots out of that, that's up to you, right? So I'm giving you the 32 strategies, the 32 bots in the portfolio. You can choose, you know, if you don't like the Bitcoin bots, you can turn the Bitcoin bots off. If you, if you only like the ES bots, you could just use ES bots if you wanted to, right? I wouldn't recommend it per se, but you can use it however you want. Yep. All up to you, but I would never expect people to just take 50 grand or whatever out of their savings. I try to tell people, think about it's like just moving your cash around. If you have a ton of money in long-term stocks, you might want to take a chunk of it and put it with Botfolio, right? Trade Station, Tom. It's been around for a long time. It's pretty good for algos. So pretty good for algorithms. And Botfolio really only takes a few minutes a day to manage, and I'm working on some ways where hopefully it's even less than that. So that was news right there, by the way. News candle at 10 a.m. pretty quiet ever since those first couple trades. Might be our sign. All right, we're in a short 1 minute trade right now. Second trade of the day for the 1 minute chart. Botfolio is not really in anything. Well, it's in 2 trades, but it's flat. So Botfolio is a long-term gig. You know, how's it doing over the year? And so far this year, it's up about 32% this year on a 50K account. So, you know, compare that to how the market's doing, right? That's the whole portfolio, up about 32% this year. Oof. With this new buy, is it just NQ, MNQ? I'm gonna make a video this weekend on it, and I'll have more information there. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, so. Yep. Yeah, so just compare that to the market, right? Market's not even close to up 30% this year, obviously. So, yeah. I think our scalping bots are up about 10%. and our non-scalping bots are up like 20-ish, 20%. So, yeah. Looks like Beavis caught some nice wins, up 600 this morning as well. Hold on, music stopped playing. There we go. I think once this trade's over, we'll call it a day. All right, I'm not going to stay on live stream for an hour if this thing's going to be in here for an hour. Oh, now we're pumping. Okay. All right, I think we're just going to call it a day. Looks like obviously this 1 minute's going to lose. So we're going to call it a day. Happy Friday. It's 10:15. We'll be back next week streaming some other algos, all right? And SBS. So have a good weekend, everyone. I'll see everybody next week.